front of you. How can we do that? Good morning. Oh, let me try again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I am so glad you're here. My name is Sue, and every day this week at Treasured VBS, by the way, welcome to Treasured VBS, we're going to start right here at Sing and Play Rock. And we're going to start every day singing and praising God together while we hunt for treasure, see what God's up to. It's going to be an awesome week. I have some helpers up here who have been learning the songs ahead of time to help you be able to do the motions right away. We're not even going to do a lot of teaching in this first theme song. One thing that's really cool is when we say forgiven, this is what we do. Hold your hand out like this. Hold your hand out like this. And swipe it like that. Like that's what happens to our sins. They're wiped away. So that's what we do when we sing forgiven. I think we should give it a try. Everybody up. Yes. Yes. Oh, I like the way you're ready. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. Here we go. A lot of free dance in this song, so that means you can just dance any way you want. It's coming, I know it. There it is. Get ready, anticipation. Here we go.
Priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His, and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. And there's nothing better, forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. His and He is mine. I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His, and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. Child of God, I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His, and He is mine, and I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His, and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His, and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure.
Awesome. Song leaders, you're going to go back to your crews. Nice and easy on the stairs there. Mrs. Pritchard's there to help you.
Come back up a second.
You just have to just take it easy.
so nervous.
You don't have to be nervous. Hey, this week we're imagining what it would be like to be on an adventure, searching for lost treasure. Now, maybe you've seen movies about explorers who travel to faraway lands, face dangers, and find amazing things. I want you to think about this for a minute. What would be the best part about going on a treasure hunt? For me, I think it would be solving a mystery. Crew leaders, you go first. Talk with your kids about that. What would be the best part of going on a treasure hunt? All right, if you can hear me, clap 3 times. If you can hear me, clap 2 times. Awesome. That's what I'm going to use to get your attention. And if you can be quiet when that starts to happen, helps out a lot. Okay, you know, there are real people, archaeologists and treasure hunters and scientists who hunt for valuable things all over the globe, all over the world. Here's what I want you to do this time. By the way, boys and girls, you are in a crew, right? Your crew is super important. You want to start building good friendships in your crew, with your crew leader and with each other, because you're going to be discovering God's priceless treasure together all week. Now, this time, instead of just sharing what you think, I want you to huddle with your crew and together decide if you were going to hunt for a buried treasure, a lost treasure, what would you want to hunt for? Go ahead, as a group, figure it out. Okay, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap 2 times. When I say 3, when I say go, I want you just to shout out the treasure you're going to look for, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, hey, I wonder what makes the treasure you decided on valuable. Have you thought about that word in a while? Valuable. Sometimes people think things are valuable if they're worth a lot of money, or maybe it's rare, like there's only one in the whole world, or maybe it's historical, it came from a certain period of history a long time ago. You may imagine that valuable means fancy, or shiny, or glittery, like jewels or gold, diamonds. Actually, I want to show you a picture. Next slide, please. Boys and girls, take a look at this. These papers, this is a photograph, it's real. These papers might not look very fancy or beautiful or valuable because they're kind of old and stained and torn. But guess what? They're priceless. These are what's called the Dead Sea Scrolls. And they're more than 2,000 years old, and they contain writings that we find in our Bible. Buying even a tiny piece of the Dead Sea Scrolls would cost millions of dollars. Now, here at Treasured VBS, we're going to be discovering that you are valuable. You are priceless to God. You matter. Maybe sometimes you feel more like those old torn up pages, stained and broken, not too much to look at. Maybe you don't feel very valuable. But when God looks at you, kind of chokes me up, boys and girls. When God looks at you, he sees a priceless treasure that he valued enough to send his own son to die for. So cool. Let's sing a song about how wild God is about us. Song leaders, come on up. As the song leaders are making their way, boys and girls, this song is really fun in the beginning, and sometimes in the middle, you get to make motions like you're drumming. It's really fun. Okay, we're ready.
He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. It's so amazing to think about God's love. The God of creation is looking out for us. He knows us, he hears us. God is right here with us, and he's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. God is great, he is awesome. God is great, he is awesome. He's wild, he's great. God is wild about us. He is great, he is awesome. He's wild, he's great. God is wild about us. It's awesome. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. It's awesome. He's wild, he's wild. God is wild about us. God is wild about us.
Song leaders, back to your cruise. Is it fun?
This is so high.
It is. Hey, boys and girls, here's a bit of the secret sauce about Vacation Bible School. Every day, we learn a point that we call our Bible point because the truth of it comes from God's Word that helps us learn about who God is, how he feels about us, what he wants from us. And so you're going to hear today's Bible point all day long in all your learning stations. This year, whenever you hear somebody say the Bible point, you're going to do this. You are treasured. And point to people around you, okay? So today, our Bible point is God knows you. You are treasured. Let's try it again. Ready? God knows you. You are treasured. That's awesome. I think we are going to have just the best week here, boys and girls. You know, I'm so glad you're here because together there is so much we can do. We can learn about treasure, find treasure, hope for treasure.
What? What are you doing here? You aren't on my map.
Well, we're here because...
Wait a minute, I know why you're here. You must have found a map, like my treasure map. Where is it? Are you hiding it? It doesn't matter. Just because you're here first doesn't mean you get the treasure.
So, who are you?
Who am I? Oh, you're serious. Oh, you really don't know who I am?
Oh.
You all know who I am, right? No. Yeah. I am Dr. Darrell Diggingstone, world-famous explorer, finder of fabulous things. Yes, I was the one who discovered the Diggingstone diamond. That's why they named it after me.
I see.
I also found the lost city of Cornucopia. I'm not very good at keeping track of my cell phone, though, if you see it. It doesn't matter. That's not why we're here. I didn't hack my way through this jungle all this way to miss out on the treasure to the likes of you.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of treasure to share. The actual important thing that we are trying to understand is...
There's never enough to share. That's a lie they tell you in preschool. It's mine, I tell you, all mine. I'm gonna go get my treasure hunting gear, and when I get back, I'm gonna find more treasure than you ever dreamed of.
I don't think so. I don't think so. And besides that, the real treasure that we're trying...
It doesn't matter what you think. Nobody beats me to the treasure. Not you, not you, and not you. One. Yeah, definitely not you. Oh, scary.
Well, wait, Dr. Diggingstone. What I'm trying to tell you is that the real...
I'll be back. And when I do, we'll see who finds the real treasure.
What I wanted, boys and girls, listen. Shh. What I was trying to tell Dr. Diggingstone is the real treasure is him. He is not a very good listener. You have to remind me, the next time we see him, we need to remind him that he is priceless to God. Hey, do you know what the Bible says about you? This is God's words. I think we have a slide that has it on it, I think. Yes. This is from Psalm 139:1. The Bible says, "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." I'll say a little bit of it, you say it back to me. "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." Psalm 139:1. God knows you. Are treasured. God knows you so well. He knows every single detail about you. How many hairs on your head, what your fingerprints look like, your favorite pizza topping, and your name. And hey, that makes me think about a song where we sing about our names. Song leaders, why don't you come on up? This is a song where we remind ourselves that God knows our name. You guys can go ahead. You guys can go back to your cruise. So boys and girls, every day when we come, we get to learn about a Bible buddy that's going to help us remember our Bible point, which is God knows you. You are treasured. These are creatures from God's creation that help us understand who He is. Let's see who our Bible buddy for today is.
Hey there, friends. Nice of you to jump in for a week of big adventures here at Treasured VBS. Meet my friend Pogo, a poison dart frog. Yep. This little, tiny, colorful creature without sharp claws, a stinger, or fangs is one of the deadliest animals on the planet. But only if you eat him. Some people call Pogo a poison frog, or poison arrow or dart frog. That's because hunters in some native tribes rub their arrow tips on the frog's skin to make them even more dangerous. Poison dart frogs are only about the size of a walnut. They're not big or strong. So how can something so small stay safe? Well, God gave Pogo an easy way to protect himself from bigger animals that might like to have him for a snack. Here in the rainforest, Pogo uses his long, sticky tongue to grab some grub like ants, termites, or beetles. Yummy. That food changes inside his body, turning into a powerful poison that coats his skin. In fact, frogs that grow up in a zoo or cage don't eat the same things, so they're not poisonous. You'll find Pogo and his brightly colored buddies hopping around in rainforests all over Central and South America. They are pretty puny, but God gave them all these awesome colors. Whoa! Some people call poison dart frogs the jewels of the rainforest. Guess that makes Pogo a treasure, huh? And if you still can't see him, just stop and listen. You may think that frogs croak, but he sort of chirps. Listen to this. Their size and sounds are definitely small. Maybe you know what that's like too. Do you ever feel too small to do important or fun things? Does it sometimes feel like you're different from everyone else? Or maybe it feels like everyone else is special or a superstar. You might even be heading to a new school where no one knows you. When you feel too small, overlooked, or not very special, remember that God knows you. God knows everything you can do, everything you think about, everything you're going through, every special, amazing part of you. You can treasure God's words in the Bible that say this: "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." That means someone always understands you and celebrates who you are, inside and out. God knows you. You are treasured.
Okay, boys and girls, we are running just a couple minutes late, so we need to get going. But I want to tell you, you are in for a treat today. It's going to be a great day. Be sure and treat your crew leaders well. Crew leaders, just one thing. If you want to help your kids, you can give them jobs to do, like carry the bag, pray, all those kinds of things. Now, before you go, whoa, I'm going to dismiss you. Stay seated. Stay seated. Where's my Ruby Cruz? Ruby Cruz, you're on your way to Bible Adventure. Raymond Cruz, where's my Raymond Cruz? Raymond Cruz, where are you? You can be on your way to Imagination Station. Pogo Cruz, where's my Pogo Cruz? You guys are on your way to KidVid. And Grace Cruz, you can head to the gym. You might come this way. Hi, Paul. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Dr. Diggingstone back. I heard rumors that there was treasure down here.
What'd you say?
See what we can find. Wait, people coming in now. Hi, everybody.
Well, welcome to my house. Come on in. Okay. There's some room up in the front. Come on down. If you don't sit there, oh, there's more people coming. There's room here. Well, hello. Welcome to my house. This is where I live when I'm not at church. Oops, I just broke my own light bulb. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm so happy to see all of you. And today, we're in Bible Adventure, and you know that we look at a Bible story. It's totally true, and we're going to kind of take our time, go back into time, and really live what it was like in that time of Jesus. And in Treasured VBS, we're studying things, we're looking at things that are so full of riches. You'll see that in everything that you do, in some of the decorating that you might see. Around the church, you'll see that Treasured is everywhere. So, welcome to my home. I just broke a lamp, and that's okay, it's my own house. Now, it's a really big day here for us because we're choosing a new king today. And that's a really big deal. And that's not totally 100% true. Actually, God is choosing the king, but there's some choice here. We're going to talk about what that's all about. Now, here's what I want to hear from you. I want you to talk in your crews when you pick a new leader. When we pick a new leader, how is that done? Just take about a minute, turn to your crews, have a talk.
So everybody gets when you pick a new leader, it's someone who's good in charge or good at what they're doing. So you have to pick, okay, who would do this good
He's alive. Why is he alive?
All right, let's talk together. Let's hear from some of you. What did your crew members say? How are leaders chosen? What do you know about that? Piper.
voting.
Okay. What else?
He was gonna say that.
So you agree that voting happens. So that's okay. So you agree with her. That's good. Yep.
I was gonna say that too.
Oh wow. So we're a lot of people. We're talking. Anything else you wanted to say? What that's maybe other than voting, because that's pretty good.
I still choose voting.
Oh, okay, so we are in agreement. If we were to take a vote, we would vote that voting helps choose leaders. I think if we took a vote, that's what it would say. So, in Israel, it's a little different though. A king rules in Israel, and that king is usually in power for a very, very long time. And now, God was our king, but we, the people, asked God to give us a person, like an actual human, to be in charge. God didn't think that was such a great idea. He was like, are you sure you really want to do that? But he loves us, so he said, since I love you so much, and you want a person in charge, fine, you can have a person in charge. But I gotta tell you something. God knows what he's talking about. He was totally right. It was not a great idea. It's because the king had not been listening to God and following God's teaching. So now the prophet Samuel's here in Bethlehem, and God is going to show him who our next king should be. And that's kind of that's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. So we talked about in our lives how we choose leaders. But how do you pick out a king? Should a king? How does a king know what to do? How do they look? And how do they sound? So if you could pick the perfect king, what would you look for? So talk in your crews about that. The perfect king.
What would be the best kind of cake?
I would evaluate it. I would look for who I think do it best.
You don't know?
Someone who I know would do it.
What would you want to see in a cake? Free? A nice cake that's I like a plum cake. Thank you, any other? Oh yeah. Which two? Oh yeah.
Does anyone need more time for people to share? Just kind of raise your hand if your groups need a little more time. Okay, we'll give you about another minute.
What else would you like? I think
It's kind of like what we're doing.
probably a cake with like the ability would be pretty good.
Well, all right.
A super nice cake.
Let's hear from you. Let's hear from, if there's different people that didn't share last time, we'll start with them. What makes a good king, Sophia?
An education.
Okay. Okay. You'd either like to add on to Sophia or if something different. I'll start with people who haven't shared yet. Yep. Gavin?
Caring.
Okay. Would you agree, or you have something different? Okay.
Somebody who's kind to people.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
So like people, a king would do good deeds, and if people are needy, he would send money to them.
Oh, okay. So there's lots of different things that. Yep. Logan.
Do not be evil.
Okay. I would appreciate a king that was not evil. That would be very, very, very good character trait in a king. So thank you for all of that. So I just really thought of something. Now, Samuel's here, and you're here, so maybe one of you is our king. Is that possible? I'm wondering. So let's see. I'm going to put you to let's put you to the test. So what I'm going to ask you to do in a moment is to stand up. And if you're in these front crews, you might want to give yourself a little bit of space here. And back crews, you can kind of fill in and kind of stand up. And let's see if you might be the leader. Let's see. If you can just be careful with the lights, I'd appreciate not getting too close to those. You already saw what I did to them, so. So I think a perfect king would be super strong. Strong enough to scare away Israel's enemies. So I want you to all show off your muscles. Come on. Show me. Have you been working out this summer? Have been showing up? Oh, no, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. So being a part, all right, thank you. There are some, I don't know, there's some major good contenders here. Being a king is, you have to be strong, also need good balance. So I want you to balance on your left foot. I would not be a good king. Now you're right. Now you're left. Now you're right. That's good. Now, they also have to be agile and graceful. So I'd like you to leap up in the air. Ooh. There are some very good contenders here. But I think you can go higher. So try higher this time. Oh, very good, very good. So, kings are heroes. Heroes to the people that they leave. So strike your best hero pose. Da, 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 da. Come on. Oh, let's do it one more time and freeze it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, we got one-legged over there. I am heavily impressed. So, okay, thank you. Whew. You did very well. Plus, kings really have to make a lot of decisions. Some of you really talked about those things and have to know a lot of stuff. They gotta have an education, like someone said over here. Lots of things. So, like math. I hope some of you are good at math. Quick, what's 2 plus 2?
4.
5 times 5?
25.
11 by the square foot of 44. Oh, Oh, okay, so it is summer, you've been out of school a few days. Now take that by the square root of my birthday, which is Wednesday. No? Oh, man. Ah, you were all so close. Now, kings have to sound like kings. I think kings maybe should be speaking in kind of a deep voice when they give commands. So in your deepest, kingliest voice, say this. I am your king. I am your king. A little deeper, a little louder. Ready? Okay. So, wow. Okay. We'd better stop before we hurt ourselves, though. Some of you are really getting into some of these gymnastics and whatnot, and mental gymnastics, too. So you can sit back down with your crews. Thank you for all of your showing off power. So a king has to be everything we said, and, okay, so let's think about this. Strong, wise, know stuff, look like the part, and sound like a king, but that's really a lot. That's a big job description. So here's what I want you to talk about. In your crew, talk about this. If you wanted to be a king or a queen someday, what on our list might you have to work on? So think about that just for a minute. What might you have to work on? Go ahead.
That's a good one. What would you do? What about you guys? Ready? It's a good one. What would you do if you wanted to be a king? I would probably. I'd need a bunch of people like.
All right, let's talk about this. What might you have to work on? Or if you were really good at the voice, you might, what might I have to work on? What might you work on? What do you think? Yep.
Being strong.
Ooh. Yep. Oh. You know what? Kings probably should be a good horseback rider. That's part of being graceful. You have to be very graceful to learn to ride a horse. Yeah, Piper?
And
You don't know the square root of my birthday times 1187? What?
11.
Sure it is. Sure it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, as nice as you all are, I'm thinking none of us is the next leader of Israel. I really hate to break it to you. So, Samuel is just about here. He's talking with my neighbor Jesse, and Jesse has a whole herd of kids, like literally a herd. And he has 2 daughters and a whole mess of boys. Maybe our new king is one of the neighbors. And so Samuel has lined up these boys to see who is the tallest, because that might be the way the king is going to be chosen. So what I'd like you to do in your crew is I want you to stand up just in your crew and line up, shortest to tallest. Do it quick, because they're right outside.
I think I might be.
I think you might be.
Including the crew. Now, let's see.
Why don't you go right next to you?
All right.
Shortest is taller than me. We already know that.
Nice staircase.
Oh, sorry guys, they're not picking by height, so yeah. Womp womp, sorry. So maybe he wants to see who's the oldest. So in your crew, line up by the month and the day that you are born. January's at the beginning, December's at the end.
September? What year is it?
All right.
And when's yours?
All right, let's see you. Where are my Januaries? February,
All right. Do you want?
March, April, April, October, no. You know what? I just heard from the neighbors, they're not picking by birth date. So you're kind of out of luck on that one, so sorry. Not in my age either. Now, Kings need to do lots of things at once. They have to kind of be multitaskers. They have to be able to do lots of things. So here's what I want you, okay, so this one, we gotta see if you can do more than one thing at once. So what I want you to do is I want you to rub your belly, tap your head. Now switch. Tap your belly, rub your head.
Wait, what?
Now switch hands. Do it. Now switch again.
What?
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Change. Now do it with your clock. Oh, eyes closed. Open your right eye. Sing try out. You gotta do them up. Nope, you gotta catch your belt. Oh, okay. Hilarious. Okay, so alright, so all this aside, Samuel prayed about who to pick, and it looks like he sent for Jesse's youngest son, who wasn't even in the lineup. He wasn't even one of the ones that was up to be chosen. But little David couldn't be king. He doesn't sound like a king. He's just kind of young and little at this point. He doesn't sound like a king, but maybe there's something special about him that God saw. That's just my warning. Don't worry about that. So let's talk together about this. I want you to think about, just think to yourselves right now, what is something that people wouldn't know by just looking at you? Can I hear from some of you? Like, for me, you might not know, it doesn't seem like it, but I'm actually kind of a shy person, but because I'm a teacher and I love being around kids and hanging out with kids, it kind of makes me kind of unshy and weird. So, is there yes.
No.
Is there something about you maybe somebody couldn't see on the outside? That's about you, but you can't see from the outside.
That I don't ride your horse.
Okay. All right.
That I don't ride your horse.
Oh.
That I jump on.
Anything you guys, someone might know? Just
Okay. So I'm gonna let you. I just wanted to give you a quick moment. I don't want to. This next part is pretty important. You and your crew leaders are going to become good friends and close friends this week, and God's a great friend too. So, as part of this, Samuel poured oil onto David's head. We're not going to do that today, to declare that David would be Israel's next king. It was a very special blessing. It sounds kind of messy, like it's something we wouldn't do, but that was a very special blessing. And David may not be strong and wise and old with a deep voice now, but someday God saw something special in him. So crew leaders, what I'd like you to do, these are your treasures for this week. And I want you to go around your crew. I'm just going to show. You can put it in your hand. I'm just going to, can I use you as an example? Thank you. Okay, you're going to go around to your crew. So your crew leader's going to put her hand over your head and say, God knows you and you are treasured by God. So crew leaders, do that to each person in your group. Is that right? Literally like a treasure. So, believe it or not, our rotation went pretty quick today. It's already over. But I want you to think about, it's time for you lovely little treasures to head out the door to your next place. Just hang on, just so that you remember. You come in this door. Crew leaders, remember when you leave that way. Okay? So I am going to send you on your merry way. If you could just straighten up the blankets, that would be lovely. And I